You know what? This is just like a breath of fresh air. I'm not kidding. I think it's been day 5, day 6. I don't even know what day it is, to be honest. But it's just everyone's in it for the right reason. Everyone's in it. You have great energy. You have great people. And at the end of the day, everyone's putting aside their agendas and doing what's best for the team. And let me tell you, it is refreshing and everyone's excited to be here.
Remember when Angel Reese and Kennedy Carter tried to bully Caitlin Clark without consequences? That era just ended. Sophie Cunningham walked into Fever training camp like a storm in sneakers. Black belt in Taekwondo. Sharpshooter from deep. Attitude? Unmatched. She didn't come to play nice. She came to protect the most targeted star in basketball. One look at her interviews and you knew. She's here to make sure the hits stop now. Caitlin Clark finally has her enforcer. And the WNBA better take notice.
She needs an enforcer. She needs a brute that will wreck people if they wreck her.
Caitlin Clark entered the WNBA as a generational talent, but what she got instead was open season. Hard elbows, cheap screens, and flagrant fouls that went ignored. 17% of all flagrant fouls last season were against her alone. 17. One player. It wasn't basketball, it was a message. And now, that message is being returned, with Sophie Cunningham leading the charge.
Sometimes you need one of those players on your team. You need one of those enforcers. Every good player, by the way. Every good player, every good team that is a super duper star. Most of the time have enforcer type player.
The Fever front office saw what was happening. Their superstar rookie was getting knocked down every night. They decided no more. This offseason, they didn't just build a team. They built a fortress. Veterans with toughness, shooters with grit, and Sophie Cunningham as a wall in front of Caitlin Clark. If you touch the queen, you answer to the guard.
So there's a hot topic going on right now. Caitlin Clark says she got cheap shotted against the sky. I mean, throughout the season, she's been getting beat up. Hard screens, elbows, knocked down.
Reporters expected Sophie Cunningham to talk about teamwork and chemistry. Instead, she dropped a bomb. I'm here to make sure nobody takes cheap shots at our players. That stops now. The room went silent. That wasn't PR talk. That was a declaration of war. From that moment on, the Fever had their identity. Play tough. Protect your own. Win together. Inside Indiana's camp, Sophie isn't just shooting threes. She's teaching discipline, communication, and fire. You can hear her voice echo across the gym, calling out screens, warning teammates, organizing defense. She's not just a player. She's a field general. Every practice, every drill, she's turning Indiana's defense into a living shield for Caitlin Clark.
That's all I see. They try so long to get respect for women's basketball, and then they treat it like a junior high school girl's locker room. Junior high school girl antics on the court.
Caitlin Clark never complained. Not once. She got up after every hit, every elbow, every foul that wasn't called. Now, she doesn't have to fight alone. Sophie Cunningham is there, loud, fearless, and ready to throw herself into the fire. Together, they're redefining what it means to play tough and play fair.
Like, she needs an enforcer. And if it ain't going to be me, Michelle Rappaport, like, where is Charlize Oakley? Doesn't her team have like a Zavaria McDaniels or a Rakisha Mahorn? She needs like a goon on her team, because when your star player that's bringing so much money, so much attention to the league, and it's a collective, it's a bunch of them, it's been brewing.
This isn't the same Fever team anymore. The vibe? Electric. Sophie calls it refreshing, because everyone's locked in, everyone's hungry. It's no longer just about Caitlin Clark. It's about creating a culture where everyone has each other's back. This team isn't rebuilding, it's reloading.
Caitlin Clark was getting hit a lot. She was getting hit a lot early, and they needed their Charles Oakley. You've got that in Sophie Cunningham.
Behind that smile, Sophie Cunningham is pure grit. Taekwondo black belt. 7 years in the league. She's been elbowed, fouled, and underestimated, and she still never backed down. Now, she brings that same fire to Indiana. You hit her teammate, you'll feel it. She's a warrior the Fever didn't know they needed.
I think that's what they were doing in the offseason. They were trying to get winners, people who know how to compete, people who want to win. and put that together with experience, people who have championships. And so when you have that type of combination, and us kind of young bucks, I'm kind of a tweener, and then you have the vets, you know, you're just trying to be a sponge, you're trying to learn, you're trying to be good now, but at the end of the day, you're trying to be the best when it's preseason, right? And so that's why you have those vets, is so you can learn from them. They've been around the game for a really long time, and that's kind of the refreshing part about being on this team, is that everybody wants to learn, and so everyone's dialed in.
When you watch Sophie and Caitlin together, it's instant connection. They talk between drills, laugh during huddles, and feed off each other's energy. That bond off the court is building something unstoppable on it. When one moves, the other already knows what's next. That's not luck, that's chemistry.
I do think that everyone knows that we have something special here. I think a lot of teams have a lot of teams that are special, a lot of rosters that are special, but can you put it together? Can you put aside your agendas? Can you come into work every single day when you're tired, when you're sore, and still get something done and stack the days? And that's what we're doing. Today was tough, you know what I mean? Like, we've been going for a long time. They haven't been, this is not an easy training camp, I'll tell you that, but I think we're going to be better for it. And I think if you ask anyone, everyone kind of just feels that nice energy.
Sophie's not just muscle. She's a chess piece. She can play 1 through 4. She can run the point, spot up for threes, or crash the paint. That versatility makes Indiana unpredictable. Defend her too tight, and Caitlin burns you. Leave her open, and Sophie makes you pay. Pick your poison.
I'm on year 7, and I did not believe people when they're like, hey, when you get old, you're going to know. Boy, I think I'm starting to get old, and I hate saying that. But no, it's just, we play fast, right? We're going to be quick. We're a run and gun. We're a shooting team. But with that, you got to get your cardio up. With that, you have to play fast but play smart. And so there's a fine line between that, and we're all trying to get that. There's a lot of people here, a lot of different rotations, a lot of people that you haven't played with before. So you have to know where they want the ball, when they want it, their rhythm, their style of play. And so a lot of people are learning, but it's fun, right? Everyone's excited to be here. Everyone's working hard. We've had 3 really, really good days.
The Fever defense now plays with one voice. Every rotation, every switch, every read. That's Sophie. She's the anchor that keeps chaos out. And it's working. Clark finally plays without fear, knowing her team has her back. You can't teach that kind of trust. You earn it.
What's that kind of chemistry building process been like, especially off the court?
Yeah.
Since you guys are all now in market.
You know, I don't even want to sound like this, but it's been easy. It's been easy because you have really, really great people here that want to be a part of something special. And so they're not only phenomenal athletes, but they're phenomenal people. They're out in the community. They do what's right. I don't know. We're just good stewards. And so when you're around those types of people, it's refreshing. And when I say this, I'm truly happy to be here because it hasn't been like this for my career in a really long time.
Cunningham learned from legends like Diana Taurasi and Brittany Griner. She knows what it takes to win and what it means to lead. Now, she's passing that blueprint to Indiana's young core. When you combine her experience with Caitlin's vision, you don't just get a good team, you get a movement.
Time you play with the GOAT of our team, or the GOAT of our game, you're going to learn a lot. You know, you have to be ready for the ball, head on a swivel at all times. And the way that she throws the ball is a lot how DT threw it. I think this is just the younger version of her, so she has a little bit more energy, a little bit more spunk. I miss DT in her prime, but doesn't mean she wasn't great when I played with her. But honestly, at the end of the day, everybody can shoot, right? If you're cutting and you're open, you're going to get the ball. And so you just have to be ready for that. And I'm excited for that. And I think you'll see 1 through 5 is interchangeable.
Everyone talks about Caitlin's shooting and Sophie's toughness. But the real weapon? Trust. Sophie doesn't just protect Clark physically. She frees her mentally. Now Caitlin can play her natural game again. Fast, fearless, and fun. When your star feels untouchable, your team becomes unstoppable.
I'm so grateful and blessed to have my time out in Phoenix. I met a lot of cool people. I had a lot of great teammates. I learned a lot, had a lot of great times, but just a new era for me, right? A new system, a new type of energy. And so, of course, I'm excited for it. I'm happy to be close to my family. I'm excited to have my teammates. So I'm started to even get close with now. And I think we're going to be a lot of friends. And so, I don't know, it's a new vibe and I'm happy.
The rest of the WNBA sees it coming. The Fever aren't just competing. They're coming for the top. Every cheap shot, every hard foul from last year, that's over. Now, when someone looks at Caitlin Clark the wrong way, they'll see Sophie Cunningham staring right back.
We have entered Indiana Fever training camp day 3, and Sophie Cunningham is killing it.
This isn't just a comeback story. It's a cultural reset. The Fever are no longer the underdogs. They're the standard. Caitlin Clark has her protector. Sophie Cunningham has her mission. Together, They're rewriting the WNBA script, where respect is earned and stars rise without